Alright, what up YouTube? Abram SF here, bringing you Mobile Gambler versus me in Hole.io, seeing who's the best out of 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications for your favorite tips, tricks, and high score videos for your favorite mobile games, just like this one. I'll have to apologize for my voice right now. I am sick. I was trying not to record when I sounded too sick, but if it sounds like I'm eating or something's up with my voice, it is because I have a cold right now. So, gotta apologize about that. Let's get into the rules. The rules are pretty simple for this mode. We each get to play, me and Mobile Gambler get to play 15 minutes, and then we record the whole time, and we pick out the top 5 scores we got from those 15 minutes, and we submitted them to each other just to see how good we are. If we won a round, we get a point, and if we lose a round, we don't get a point. At the end of these 5 rounds, whoever has the most points wins that round, gets all the points, and is declared winner of this challenge. Check Mobile Gambler's site out. He also had challenge 1. This is actually challenge 2. And don't forget to go and check out his page, like and subscribe. He's a great mobile game creator, just like what you're watching here. If you'd like to try the challenge out yourself, try recording yourself playing the game for 15 minutes. We'll see how your top 5 scores, your good 5 scores are. I'd love to watch the video. You can comment it here, or you can email me at contact.abramsf@gmail.com. That's contact.abramsf@gmail.com. I'd love to see the high scores you get in your 15 minutes of gameplay. Try the challenge for yourself. I do think it would be pretty hard to beat either me or Mobile Gambler. I got pretty lucky on these 5. Not sure if I could beat these scores again, but good luck trying. Coming to the last 10 seconds of this round, it looks like I've pretty well got in the bag with 1,700 points, and he is quickly catching up, getting into 1,400 points. Still not enough time to get it out there. Taking first place. Both of us, of course, taking first place, but taking the first round, 1 point to 0. Does not look good for Mobile Gambler. Let's see if he can pull it out on the second round. Looking at what he's doing, it looks like his strategy is trying to find a park, just like my strategy is always trying to find a park, but he did not start by a park. So one of those things where if you start by a park, you definitely have the advantage in trying to win and get the most points in this round. If you haven't checked out my video that talks about how to get first place, I already talked about that. I think it's pretty common knowledge now just to know, and if you want to beat this game, you have to go for the parks, try to eat as many of your opponents as possible, and then once you get large enough, then you can start going for the buildings and just eating everything on the map, completely taking over the game. I've already gotten large enough to take out a bunch of buildings. Mobile Gambler is just about at that size where you can just run right through the buildings and eat them. But once again, pretty far behind. Might be because of spawn location. I do try to spawn as close as the park as possible when I'm playing these. Something you can think about if you're doing this challenge. You have 15 minutes. You can start the game over as many times as you want, but you only have 15 minutes, so you can't restart too many times and try to look for that perfect position, as then you're going to run out of times. So you got to be a little bit useful with that time. One of the things I've noticed when you're trying to go for one of these insane high scores is that the other people, the other players, the AI, the other bots that you're playing against hardly even get a couple hundred points because you keep eating them and you're eating everything on the map. They don't get enough time or enough chance to grow at all. Just look at Mobile Gambler screen. He's got 139 points. This is in second place, and in mine it's like 169 points. It's crazy just how much you can take over in the map when you're getting these high scores. And in fact, you're just watching the first time I ever got over 2,000 points playing this game. There we have it, the end of round 2 coming out. Oh my gosh, he got an insane 1,900 points, and I just had to pull it out with the over 2,000 game. That was insane. 2 points. Good try, Mobile Gambler. Normally that would beat me, but I'm in challenge mode, and when I'm in challenge mode, everything gets a little bit harder because I'm trying to win, and suddenly I get into beast mode and destroy the competition when I'm playing this game. I get so many different people right off the bat, just eating all the competition. That's definitely one of the things you want to try to do. It's really hard to do. You have to get lucky. Got to get to the park first before all the other players. Then you also have to have them run towards you. And then you have to get large enough to eat them all before they can eat enough stuff in the park to mess with you. I don't think I get over 2,000 in this one. But I should probably look at his map and see what his strategy is. Maybe I could get a little bit better playing this game if I can get a good idea of see what he does, put in what I automatically do when I'm playing this game, and put both strategies together for one super strategy. So let's take a look at what Mobile Gambler's doing. It looks like he's finally gotten big enough to just run right through those houses, all those condos, and need as much stuff as possible. Just running through all of them, getting as big as possible, finding the park right before the other player took out most of the park. Still not letting them get to, they just got to 200 points in second place. One of the things for his strategy for getting these tall buildings isn't to stop right at the building, but to stop right as you get to the building and then kind of letting it fall into the building, I was kind of noticing. So it looks like he gave up trying to get that big circular building. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, using the Ring of Fire does look pretty cool, but you can't see like over the smoke above it. It makes it a lot harder to see where you're going. Anyway, let's see how this... Oh! I was doing so good in the beginning, but I got slowed up somewhere, and he just annihilated it. So definitely go for those posts. That was a great way to get, a good size right at the beginning of the game. I'm looking at Mobile Gambler's screen right now, kind of not paying attention to me. He's already pretty much taken out a whole park and is just about the right size to start eating cars. And then once he gets those cars, he's already started to get the buildings. Oh, that is insane. I would not try that strategy. But it seems like it's working out for him. But he's just doing one at a time. If he went for those cars and got one more size, he could just run through those buildings fairly quickly. Let's see if he can get... There we go. He got the next size up. See how much easier it makes getting all those buildings if you get to one more size? It's definitely something I want to think about when I'm doing this. I want to get to that size. Probably go for the cars first before you go for the buildings. Doesn't seem to be hurting him too much. Going in, he's getting these buildings. Taking out the big buildings already. Those are a big chunk of points. So when I'm playing this game, I might actually try to do that. As soon as I get to the right size for taking out these buildings, the large buildings, I'm definitely going to do that. I think I overshoot it sometimes. I go a little bit too far. So maybe when I'm trying to get these large buildings... it's starting to bite him. Trying to get that large building. Didn't think about it. He pulled away a little bit too fast. I'll pull another kill out. Got one of the larger buildings. Mobile Gambler, if you're listening to this right now, you might want to switch away from the fire. I know it looks really cool, but isn't it kind of hard to see through that red smoke cloud that you got, flying around above you? Doesn't that make it just a little bit harder to see what you're doing? I mean, like I said, it looks cool. So if that's what matters, that's what matters. You're getting high scores, but that would get so annoying if I was playing that way. Down to the last 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Getting some last points. See if he can get that big chunk of points, taking out the second place. Actually got quite a few points. 500 points, got second place. Maybe that's what was holding him back from getting a huge amount of points. And I got another insane amount of points. I thought it was really crazy. Those 5 games, I've already won it, but just for fun, we're going to be watching the last game of this series, the last 2-minute section of this game. Once again, I found a park, got large enough to eat all of the competition. It looks like I'm actually trying to attack him in this game. It's not me, of course, but Mobile Gambler got to the park just a little bit late. Not too fun when that happens. That has definitely happened to me. Someone gets that size up and you don't get a chance to eat them and they start eating all the parts of the park. No good. But of course, it was the whirlpool. It was the black hole. That's why I use that one. It just looks cool. It just looks dominating. It's really hard to tell just how large your hole is when you're playing this game. Sometimes I'll go after somebody thinking I'm a size larger than them, but I'm actually not because I can't tell exactly how large the hole is. So that's one bad thing about it, but I think that it's worth it. The hole looks cool enough. This black hole just looks amazing. Definitely worth it for that little bit of an inconvenience, looking a little bit larger than I actually am playing this game. Shout out to anybody that likes manga or anime. There's a reason why I chose 13 for my name. Hopefully you can figure out what it is if you're into that kind of stuff. Leave it in a comment down below. You can get all the internet points if you get it right. I'd love to see it. Coming down to the last 30 seconds of the final round. Looking like Mobile Gambler is just about to hit 1,000 points, where I'm already pushing 1,500. Doesn't look good. Definitely go check out his channel for our first challenge. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications. And if you like the video, don't forget to like it, comment on it. I love to read all your comments. Doesn't matter what language is in, I will go and translate it. Thank you so much for watching these videos. And we're coming down. 3, 2, 1, the end. Looking at the last scores, he got pretty good amount of scores, 1,600 to almost 2,000. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.